Hi everybody, it's been a cool minute since I did a voiceover, but today I'm going to talk to you guys and show you how to put on makeup, even if you have acne, and how to cover them spots. So right now I'm just going to take a spot treatment with toothpaste. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it works. I use it overnight sometimes, but right now I'm just going to put it on my pimples. So if I put on foundation, it doesn't really go into my pores. It'll just close it up for a minute. So you can put it on for 30 minutes, or if you want, you can do it like an overnight spot treatment, which works the best that way. So after that, I waited 30 minutes and then I'm going to take it off with my makeup remover. So after that, you can use any primer that you like that's mattifying, and what I like to do is put some liquid highlighter. Any highlighter would work. I place it on my brush like together, or you can just mix it however you would like, and I put it on so you still get that mattifying effect while still looking natural. So now I'm just going to use my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation before I do everything else, so I can let it sit down so it doesn't look as cakey. I'm also just using a light amount. I know if you have acne, you want to like cover it up, but I will show you later on in the video how to make sure you're not getting that cakey look from using a ton of foundation without using a ton of foundation. I also realized that using a brush is a lot easier and it's useful a lot more than a beauty blender, because a beauty blender will soak up a lot of the product. So using a brush doesn't really soak up a lot of the product. And the next step, I'm just putting concealer over your spots to make sure all the redness and discoloration disappears. And then I'm gonna dot my foundation over it to make sure it doesn't look, so the whiteness of the concealer doesn't really show through. I know this is odd, but I like to conceal my eyebrows before putting on the pomade, because it just makes it a lot faster. Like honestly, like if you just want to be natural, you don't want to go all dramatic, just put it on first, and you'll find it easier to put on your eyebrows after everything else. And also, using cream contour is less cakey and it gets the job done, honestly. Like especially if you have acne like where I have it, it'll just cover it easier, so it looks more natural and it has a light finish as well. Try to use a brush. I mean, a beauty blender will help a lot, but I think it will just soak up a lot of the product, and I think the water from the beauty blender will be hard to disperse out through the face. Also, whenever you blend it upward on the cheeks, try to move it upwards just so you don't have any streaks left over and it looks like you use powder, but like you're not using powder because you're that bitch. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my foundation powder. Any foundation powder will work as long as it has coverage, and I'm going to I'm going to bake from underneath the contour that I just did. And then after that, I'm going to cover my pimples, and it will get rid of the redness and just make my pores look smooth AF. And I blend it, and it looks so good. Like, trust me, like if you use just light foundation and then you do the concealer thing and then put foundation powder over it, it will just help you a lot, girl. Like, trust me. So after I'm just putting on my concealer, I use the Milani concealer. I really find it to be like very full coverage, like especially if you just want to use a drugstore or concealer. And I found it a lot easier just to use my fingers, since I don't want it to go everywhere. So I just put on powder. You can do whatever step first. And then I also put some on top of my eyelid just so my eyes aren't as red. And now I'm using my dip pomade on my eyebrows, and especially it's a lot easier because I put on that concealer line before I did my eyebrows, so I have like kind of like a stable, like it just shows you like where to go, and then it just makes your eyebrows look a lot more natural. Sorry if I'm like saying and like a lot. I have stage fright a little bit, okay? I'm sorry. I like to draw little hairs because, you know, like we're trying to be natural AF. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now I'm just setting my eyes. You don't have to use the foundation powder, but I was just like lazy. I didn't want to open up the translucent, but any powder will work just to set your eyelids concealer. But honestly, make sure you blend it because the foundation powder, it does leave like a finish over it, so like just like blend it away, kind of like baking basically. So now I'm just gonna use my Milani blush. This one's super natural, like it goes on so lightly, but it looks so pretty all in all. And I put some on my nose because apparently that's like what they did back in the day, I don't know. And now I'm just gonna use my very, very damp beauty blender with my most natural highlighter, which is from MAC. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to put it on. I heard Jaclyn Hill do this, and honestly, like it's so good. Like it works really nice, and it makes it look super natural. So like if you use a brush, it doesn't like just sit on top. It's like pressed into the skin. I put it on my nose, my cupid's bow, my forehead, and my chin. And then if you like, you can put it on the inner corners of your eyes as well. I do have eyelash extensions, so this step is easier for me. But if you don't have eyelash extensions and you want just like long eyelashes, in one of my older videos I talked about it, but just try to curl your eyelashes, put the mascara on, let it dry, and curl them again, and believe me, it works. And then also set your eyebrows because you don't want the foundation powder or any powder to like make them look so weird and just cakey. So make sure you set your eyebrows so they look natural as possible. And then I'm gonna outline my lips because I don't want the foundation or anything to be outside of it. And then after that, I just put on some Carmax because we're natural AF, like I said. And then I also put bronzer on my eyes just to like give it definition. Forgot about that part. And then I put Huda Beauty lip highlighter. I was just extra. I was just like, well, why not? But like, you don't have to do this, honestly. It just makes my lips look more highlighted. And then I set my face. Make sure you do that. Like, honestly, it makes your foundation just like, and powder just like set in, and it just like makes it look so natural after. It's like, look at that bitch, or look at that. She's feeling herself. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.